Just like in Africa, China's influence in the Arab world is gradually increasing, and it would seem that China is gradually replacing the US and Europe in this region. During the latest China-Arab States Cooperation Forum, China signed nearly 280 agreements with several Arab countries, paving the way for a massive $400 billion in trade. This collaboration is polished not just to change the Arab world, but also the global economy. Think about futuristic cities powered by renewable energy and guided by AI. But how did China's influence in the Arab world increase? Let's find out. Few months ago, the 10th China-Arab States Cooperation Forum was organized in Beijing, China. This forum marked a new chapter in the ever-growing partnership between China and the Arab world, with nearly 280 agreement deals signed. The cooperation between China and Arab countries has always been a model in China's foreign relations, and this model relationship is entering a new historical starting point. But before we dive into this cooperation, let's go back to the origin of the China-Arab relations. Relations between China and Arab dates back to ancient times, specifically more than 2,000 years, with China being an important trading destination for the Arab world since the Islamic caliphate. Back then, many Chinese goods were found in the Arab world, including silk, porcelain, and pottery. Since then, both sides have systematically strengthened economic and diplomatic ties. Now, since the founding of the People's Republic of China, friendship between China and Arab states has been constructed upon a shared campaign against imperialism and colonialism. On the one hand, China endorsed Arab people's rights to choose their own economic and political path. For example, China supported Egypt in 1956 to resist invasions from Britain, France, and Israel, and supported Lebanon against interventions from the United States in 1958. In addition, China has also been strongly supportive of Palestine's nationhood ever since the 1960s. On the other hand, Arab states supported the PRC claiming China's permanent seat at the UN Security Council in 1971, and many Arab states endorsed normalizations of diplomatic ties with China from the 1950s to 1970s. From the late 1970s, new opportunities emerged for bilateral cooperation between China and Arab nations. Slowly but steadily, during the past 4 decades, China accelerated its development policy and has become the world's second-largest economy. With its rapidly growing industrial capabilities and expanding market, China attracts more and more Arab businessmen to seek cooperation. Made-in-China products flooded the markets of Arab states, while the connections between China and Arab states strengthened. In particular, relations with Saudi Arabia, the leader of the Arab world, have witnessed remarkable progress during the past decade. Both China and Saudi have expanded cooperative areas and widened beyond their traditional supplier-customer relationship regarding Saudi oil. When China's Belt and Road Initiative met Saudi Arabia's 2030 vision, the friendship between China and Saudi Arabia was further deepened. Now, given China's growing market demands and economy, the geographic importance of Arab states is more and more critical for Beijing. Of the 4 main shipping choke points impacting Chinese trade, namely Gibraltar, Malacca, Hormuz, and Bab el-Mandab, 2 are in the Arab world. Nearly half of China's oil and gas imports transit through the Strait of Hormuz, while Bab el-Mandab is an important channel for China's exports to the Middle East, Africa, and Europe, and oil imports from Algeria, Libya, and Sudan. During the past decade, mainly motivated by the Belt and Road Initiative, new cooperation mechanisms have been established by China and Arab states. At the bilateral level, China established comprehensive strategic partnerships with Algeria and Egypt in 2014, Saudi and the UAE in 2016, and Oman and Kuwait in 2018. As of January 2022, 20 Arab states had signed cooperative agreements with China under the Belt and Road Initiative in various fields covering energy, investment, trade, finance, infrastructure, and high-tech. This cooperation between China and the Arab world led to the establishment of the China-Arab States Cooperation Forum in 2004 and the China-Arab States Expo in 2013. The 10th China-Arab States Cooperation Forum was especially notable thanks to the groundwork laid by Chinese President Xi Jinping during 2000 his visit to Saudi in 2022. The visit was part of China's broader strategy to expand its presence in the Middle East, a region critical to its energy needs. During his visit, President Xi attended high-profile summits with leaders from several Arab nations, resulting in over 30 agreements in energy and investment. For Saudi Arabia, the visit proved the kingdom is a strategic partner for China, especially given the fact that Saudi is seeking to diversify its dependence on oil under its Vision 2030 plan. 2024 marked the 20th anniversary of the establishment of the China-Arab States Cooperation Forum. The forum, which has thrived over the past 20 years, owes its significance and vitality to the tangible achievements it has made. And, for all these years, China has steadily remained the largest trading partner of Arab countries. Under the framework of jointly building the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, the two sides have implemented over 200 cooperation projects, benefiting nearly 2 billion people from both sides. The China-Arab States Cooperation Forum has established 19 important mechanisms, including ministerial conferences and strategic political dialogues, and has issued 85 important outcome documents. It is commendable that China-Arab bilateral trade remains at a historic high of about $400 billion, while a new wave of cooperation has emerged focusing on key areas such as technological innovation, industrial transformation, green and low-carbon development, and infrastructure emphasis. China-Arab cooperation has shifted from a primary focus on economy and trade to a troika of economy, security, and culture, and is developing well. As old friends along the ancient Silk Road, China and Arab countries are now good brothers and partners who uphold mutual assistance, equality, mutual benefit, and comprehensive mutual learning. During the past decade, China has become deeply involved in local projects of Arab states. The China-Egypt-Jeddah-Suez Economic and Trade Cooperation Zone, the China-Oman Industrial Park, and the China-UAE Industrial Capacity Cooperation Demonstration Park are major examples. Now, here's a big question. Why does it seem that the US popularity in the Arab world is declining as China's influence is increasing? Well, in our opinion, it has to do with China's foreign policy approach. To be honest, China develops friendly relations with countries of all sizes in the world, based on the principles of mutual respect, equality, and mutual benefit. China does not engage in group politics or diplomatic battles or have any interest in filling any vacuum, let alone believing that there is a vacuum in the Middle East. This is in contrast to the US, which believes that there is always a vacuum to be filled either politically or security-wise. The China-Arab cooperation is simply cooperation between China and Arab countries, driven by inherent logic and mutual needs for both sides to come together and get closer. Of course, China's relationship with Arab countries as a member of the Global South has developed very well, and it is worth discussing whether there are lessons for the international community. China and Arab countries, as good brothers and partners, will unite to safeguard national dignity and defend national sovereignty in good times and bad, cooperate to develop under globalization and the new technological revolution, and support each other in issues affecting our core interests and major concerns. Last year, Saudi Arabia and Iran reached a historic reconciliation under the mediation of China. In April this year, China facilitated consultations between the Palestinian National Liberation Movement, Fatah, and the Islamic Resistance Movement, Hamas, in Beijing. It's no wonder then that some foreign media have commented that China has changed from a silent participant to an important voice in the region. However, we believe that the importance of China's voice is not in quantity, but in maintaining a fair position, supporting the cause of Arab countries, and always playing a constructive role. That is why Arab countries fully trust and accept China's voice. More importantly, Arab countries have a growing sense of independence and autonomy, and China-Arab cooperation embodies the idea of discussing and managing issues together on the basis of equality and mutual benefit. Some reports believe that Arab countries welcome the establishment of a broader cooperation between China and the Arab world, which shows that many emerging countries are reluctant to get caught up in the US-China Cold War. They would rather keep the door open and have money flowing to both sides. But this statement is only half true. The fact is that Arab countries view China-Arab world cooperation with a focus on the present, but at the same time, they also look beyond. By deepening cooperation with China, Arab countries continue to realize that, unlike Western countries, China achieves development through peaceful development, not through war, colonization, or the formation of alliances. In particular, China supports Arab countries in independently exploring a path of development that suits their own conditions. This further convinces them that China's development is a growth of peace and progress, and China is a reliable friend and partner to Arab countries. Thousands of years ago, distance did not prevent exchanges between China and Arab countries. At present, Sino-Arab relations are in the best period in history, based on broad and deep friendship and cooperation. The Forum for Sino-Arab Cooperation can ensure that China and Arab countries continue to strive to build a community with a shared future, safeguard the spirit of Sino-Arab friendship, and build a model of joint cooperation for the unity and independence of developing countries. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share, and drop a comment.